wild and shit. But so what exactly was it that we said we were going to talk about this week? Does anybody remember? Because if I'm not mistaken,
dildos and Baby Earl.
That's what I thought. I remember that. I remember.
That's what I came here for.
Yeah, that was right. Baby oil.
Before we begin this,
Baby Earl.
Yeah, before we begin this deep dive into dildos and Baby Earl, let me first say this: live your motherfucking truth. You wouldn't be in this situation if you just told people you were a freak. Okay, I'm just being dead ass honest about this. If you had just told everybody, hey, you know, I'm into some real freaky deaky kind of shit, maybe, and I'm just spitballing, you wouldn't be in a situation that your dumbass is in right the fuck now. Right now, we're sitting over here going, hey, yo, man, what the fuck? Who goes out and buys this much bullshit? And why do you need it? But of course, we are talking about one Sean Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Diddy Daddy, Diddy, whatever the fuck, Combs. Mr.
AKA, you know who P3DO is not a droid in Star Wars.
You know who I feel bad for at this point?
Who?
Dennis Rodman.
You know what?
Because he pushed the envelope so far in the 90s and early 2000s.
We weren't ready for him.
And now he's just got to be sitting there like, y'all thought I was kind of tame now, don't you?
We just weren't ready. That's why he went over to. That's why he went over to hang out with Kim Jong-un. He was like, "These bitches are crazy over here."
I find myself at literally a loss for just everything. Like, I find myself at a loss for this shit because this was not a secret. Everybody knew there was something wrong with Sean Combs. Everybody. I said it today. I meant every damn word of it when I said it. We knew there was something wrong with that motherfucker. This was not a shock. Like, Diddy always gave off the vibes of, ew, brother, what is that? Like, it was always that listen, the fucking the bologna is falling off that man's cracker. We knew it. We fucking knew it, right? And before we begin, I want y'all to also understand we're not making jokes like, oh wow, we're gonna make perv jokes. Please understand, you don't collect 1,000 bottles of lubricant and Baby Earl and 784 dildos and not think the five of us are gonna not make jokes. We're making these jokes. But before we begin, Diddy's shit was insidious. Kim Porter knew about it. She's dead. Cassie knew about it, and it took us watching her get her fucking head kicked in on a video in order for all of us to understand how incredibly fucked up this man was, right? So in addition to all the other freaky deaky weird shit that he did, Diddy abused women. Okay, that should have been a telltale sign for us in the first motherfucking place. People have been saying that this man was an abusive asshole to women for decades. Okay, decades. Some of us really knew there was some real bullshit going on with this dude. And that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough to get him the fuck up out of there. But now, after the racketeering charge, because he's facing 3 charges: racketeering, what is it? Sex, shit. The fuck is it called?
Sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking, and I can't even think of what the third one is. But he's facing 3 charges right now for the bullshit that he's been doing for 20, 30 years, right? And part of that does involve abusing women. So fuck him forever in his eyebrows, the little dolphin to fuck, just for that. Okay? Fuck him just for that. Kim Porter says, hello, bitch. Cassie is like, revenge is best served with $30 million in cold. Okay? So with that out of the way, let's get to the lube and the dildos. Anybody want to start? Because I'm a just sit and watch y'all.
I'm just gonna say this. I mean, I'm a big fan of reminding people that when you think you're using enough, use more. But this is a little extreme. Just a little extreme.
Gretchen, I'm telling you right now.
Not really. I prefer Astroglide. I prefer Astroglide.
Thanks, Angry. That's where I was going with it.
But Gretchen, he got Astroglide too. That's the crazy part. He had Astro. Do you understand? Over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Okay, so pick a lubricant. It was probably there. Astroglide, check. Why? Check. Anybody got any other ones? Any other ones? Any other ones? Hold on. Wait. Wet platinum, check. What? Heated KY.
Like what?
Do y'all know wet platinum costs $248 and it comes with a pump?
It better come with a pump if it costs $248.
Let me give y'all this.
Better
number.
come with an orgasm.
Let me give y'all this number one more again. All right. Wet
Better
platinum,
come with an
which
orgasm.
Is shit that you
Name
use.
of the sex tape. Yeah.
Listen,
I'm talking full service installation here.
$248 and it comes with a pump. Now, was there
these motherfuckers got too much money? They got too much fucking money.
Listen, if Diddy bought, if somebody had told me that Diddy went out and bought 1,000 bottles of wet platinum, I would have robbed him. As soon as he gets bail, I am behind him in my truck. I want everybody to know it's me. I am robbing him. I am robbing him of wet platinum lube money. You have it on you. Give me the loot. Listen, I would be like Biggie. I would be playing, give me the loot. I don't give a fuck. I will throw sand on it. I'll throw sand.
You're never gonna catch me.
And I will catch. Listen, if you got wet platinum, 1,000 bottles of wet platinum money, I'm playing Give Me the Loot by the Notorious B.I.G. on my way to rob him. Like this motherfucker. $248 a bottle, and they come with the pump. I am robbing him wherever I find him. If that motherfucker's in the Bahamas, bitch, I'm there, dressed up like a coconut tree. And I'm gonna roll his ass around in the sand to get my money.
Dude,
No.
The 3,700.
No more money, no more problems.
The 3,785 milliliter bottle that you're talking about, $300. It looks like an antifreeze bottle. It's like this big.
Now, here's the question.
Make industrial sized drums. What do you?
Again,
I've never heard of it before. I prefer water based, not oil based.
I want to make sure we all understand, so we're all on the same page. We're not even talking about an act like 1,000 and that was it. Over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. So if this motherfucker was walking around with antifreeze sized bottles of wet platinum, I'm pretty sure all four of you would be in the truck with me, so that you guys we could pull. Remember Heat? Remember the robbery in Heat? That would be us. We would be robbing PD of wet platinum lube money. Okay, we don't want all of it. We don't want all. We don't want.
I thought we were just robbing him of the wet platinum. I was like, man, what? Why
that on the secondary market?
What do we need with that much lubricant? I mean, granted.
I'm telling you, no, we need to roll up.
Granted, I love getting down, but I feel like that would be a lifetime supply.
We need to roll up like Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop with a semi. We'll just pull up to the corner, throw open the back door, and be like, "All right, come on."
I feel like once that runs out, that your heart should just explode.
I mean, we could roll up just like Eddie Murphy in his own personal life too. So,
I'm just trying to figure out, and I'm once again, I mean this sincerely. Who is so dry that you need that much lube? At that point, you're not supposed to fuck them. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you need an antifreeze sized bottle of lube, maybe just watch Netflix. Just pick. Listen, my wife was watching Call the Midwife. It has 13 seasons. Just watch that. Just watch that. Or you can go on a CSI, not CSI, Criminal Minds binge. Maybe a Law and Order SVU binge. If you need
if Joe meant to know it.
Jesus.
I mean, maybe he was trying to get a sponsorship slot on Ben Shapiro's show.
Ben, I am convinced that Ben's sex life is a facade. His wife just allows him to mount him just to make himself feel better.
Oh, I don't even think so. I think that.
Maybe Diddy was Ben Shapiro's wife's dealer.
I think those kids are the milkmans.
Wet ass P word. I'm just and
that voice doesn't get any woman
and we
aroused.
Cannot go any further. We cannot go any further unless we discuss the odd number of dildos that they found.
I really need those dildos.
I was hoping we would.
I really need those dildos.
So much time on the lube.
I really need those dildos to be shaped like Tupac's dick.
I'm trying to figure out. And Angry even said it. He's like, maybe there's 16 that they didn't find because maybe he bought 800. I don't want to know. I have. There are certain mysteries in life.
There's 16 that are missing in action.
Dog,
no man left behind.
Like the last moments of Ocean Gate,
there's 16 that.
Listen,
there's 16 that had to be thrown out.
Yes, again, that's an odd ass number. 784. 70. If they had said we went into his house and got over 1,000 bottles of lube, you go, okay, that's a big ass number. And then they go, and we got 642 or 643 dildos. I'm gonna go, hold up. He bought an odd number of dildos.
That's an oddly specific number.
That's an odd number of dildos. Are you for real right now? Like, it's 680, 643? Like, this man, 784. That is the most specifically weird number for something that shouldn't have specifically weird numbers.
I mean, they probably broke a few and were like, needs more lube.
Do you to break a dildo? And I'm asking a question because I've never broke one. I don't know what it like. How hard do you hit a motherfucker?
I was waiting to get educated here.
How hard do you have to hit somebody or crack them in the face?
I don't think
or shove it up in them to a dildo.
I want to know what they were.
Whatever is happening with those that they are being lost. Help is a medical professional.
Is somebody?
What were they made of, though? You're talking about like breaking and damaging. What were they made of? What were they sticking them in? I own two.
These are great questions.
Maybe straight boys shouldn't talk about that talk about that subject. I have two. They're different sizes. They're not made of fucking steel. They're made out of silicone. They wiggle.
Gretchen, if you ever came on this show and said, guys, I have upgraded, and we go, okay, Gretchen, what are you talking about? I now have a stainless steel dildo. No. All three of us are driving. We're driving to your house. We're going to drive to your house, and we are going to take your phone while we're getting you dressed up for a night on the town. We're going to download Bumble, Tinder, and motherfucking Grindr, and we're going to get you a date.
No.
Because if you have upgraded to a stainless steel dildo, something's wrong. You miss something. Listen, I don't give a fuck. We're going to take your ass out on the town. We're going to go, all right, Gretchen, you have the entire room. Have a great conversation because you are not going home to a stainless steel dildo.
I'm not going to be going home and fucking Terminator. I'm sorry.
Friends don't let friends fuck stainless steel.
Aaliyah in our chat. I hope I pronounced that right. They said, just my opinion, but sex are personal and should never be more than one person. That is a great point, and you are perfectly
absolutely.
We absolutely 100% believe that. 100%.
But that only raises more questions.
Maybe that's where the missing ones went. Somebody was like, "No, you use that on Bob." That's going in the trash. I want it in the trash.
I'm trying to explain to y'all the interrogation. Listen, the interrogation of P. Diddy or Sean Combs about the dildos and lube. I need to be in that room. I will go. I have never wished to be a fly on a fucking wall more in my entire life, just so I can sit there and watch the fucking Justice Department pull out sheafs of paper and start asking questions like, Mr. Combs, can you tell us why you bought over 1,000 bottles of lubricant, including baby oil? And watch him answer. Because his lawyer, he's going to whisper over to his lawyer. And his lawyer's going to be like, you can tell him. You know, for the freak out parties, what exactly was going on in these freak out parties? Do you understand that man had enough fucking lubricant to fill a regular schmegler ass bathtub? Do you I need y'all to come with me, okay? Like Tupac. Come with me. Ride this bus. Yes, it's slippery. Wear some fucking seatbelts. Put some sand underneath your booty cheeks so you don't slide. Come with me. Come with me. Can you imagine filling up a regular schmegler ass size bathtub with baby oil?
I am now.
I don't have fantasies that start off.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
I don't have fantasies that start off with a bathtub filled with lube. Dog. You just every Tuesday you just fill up a tub full of baby oil and just slide through the motherfucker. Huh? Just you get out glistening.
You would just slide down the drain like
dog.
Mario.
Out the slip and slide day.
I feel sorry for the person that was told, like probably like an agent just out of the academy or something. Like, hey, new agent John Smith, go count all that shit.
Could you imagine being?
Who's got to inventory that stuff?
Because think about it, they raided his house. They raided all three of his house.
Like 1, 2.
Oh my God.
Well, let me tell you about the time we arrested P. Diddy Combs.
Do you understand?
Oh boy!
Could you jumped into his tub and slid down it like fucking Mario?
Well, hold up. Here's the crazy part.
I skated through that some bit.
They raided 3 of his houses, right? So they might have had a certain amount of dildos and lube in one house, a certain amount of dildos and lube in another house, a certain amount of
Lillos and doobs
and dildos.
I'd rather be where the doobs are. Thank you very much.
Wait a minute. Can you imagine that phone call or the FaceTime? Hey, all right, so I'm at Diddy's house in Miami. Well, I'm at Diddy's house in Los Angeles. Well, we're at the Diddy house in Manhattan. Okay, so what's the count? These motherfuckers they have to literally, they got to hold their phones and say with a straight fucking face, we have found 286 bottles of baby oil and lube at the house in Miami. And the people in Los Angeles and the people in Manhattan cannot laugh. If I started this show off by telling you my collection,
I imagine they had to repeat themselves a few times. Of what?
You're writing down like some.
Say one more time. I don't know that I heard you right.
And think about the first person.
Dildos. Spell that.
Dildos. And you know the one in Chicago's in the middle of like Midtown.
Now they got to go in there. Could you imagine being that guy that goes in? Because again, they raided the houses. So you were raiding and you're checking, you're taking stuff, you're taking videos and shit like that. And then you get to the lube dildo room. They open the door and the smell exactly. Like, you know what I mean?
What's the difference?
Like they got a towel because the damn doorknob is like just so slippery they can't open the motherfucker right. So, and then they open it up, right?
Come on in, Lieutenant. Yeah, you're going to want to put the booties on.
Yeah, there's absolutely no friction in this room whatsoever.
The whole room is made out of the shit. Yeah, the whole room is made out of the shit they make leather couches at, and then they cover the shit in baby oil. So he slides in, falls on his fucking face. Then he has to get up and go, Lieutenant, you've got to come see this. And then it's just dongs hanging on the wall. Just dong. Just a room
What if we found out that Josh Hawley was at one of those?
Do you remember? Hey, do you remember that movie? You remember the movie The Untouchables? You remember on Elliot Ness's first bust? He takes that picture, he busts open that crate, pulls out an umbrella instead of a wine bottle. I just imagine a dude reaching in.
Yeah, think about it. They were in there talking about, okay, we're only getting video evidence of crimes that Diddy done. We're trying to get sex trafficking evidence and racketeering evidence. And then they open that door, and then somebody comes out with the Excalibur.
And it's the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. Holy dongs.
Randall in the Facebook chat said, well, we know that Trump's fellow party boys are all sexual perverts. Duh. Like, can you imagine being that guy that has to walk out with the fucking first dildo and they go,
I would have been like, hey,
that shit look
Jenkins.
Hey,
you got to see this. I need somebody to tell me that I'm not seeing things.
That shit looks like the Gacy fucking crime scene. Like when they busted John Wayne Gacy and went into the house and had to fucking open up the floorboards and there was little boys in there. They were like, Lieutenant, you're never gonna believe this. It's the John Wayne Gacy bust of P. Diddy's house instead of
a clown car of dildos.
You out your fucking
inventory.
I have done. Listen,
dildo.
I have done for you
13 centimeters.
Hey,
I guess it should be 14 inches. We're American.
God damn it! I lost count again.
Hey,
yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. As the only person
641, 642.
As the only person on this panel who has actually done a sensitive items inventory for the United States military, let me explain something to you. If you open up a fucking vault, because I've had to do this, okay? I, along with the person doing the sensitive items inventory, both of us got a fucking sheet with sensitive items. That's weapons, night vision goggles, shit like that. And all we're checking is serial numbers. But if there's fucking 90 M4s, we're checking every serial number. There's not an amount of money that the federal government could print that would have me doing that exact same fucking thing with dildos. Fuck you.
Are there serial numbers on the dildos? Let me check.
No, but there is manufacturer. There's manufacturer fucking data. Don't ask me how I know this. You better than me.
Please do not give a whole new meaning to the word cable. Come on.
784 dildos. That is a conga line of
laying cable.
That's laying silicone. With 5, it's a hobby. 10, herb. At 100, people need to call people for you. At 700, you shouldn't be allowed walking the streets. Okay, this is the way
I'm surprised he can walk the streets with that many dildos.
This is how I look at it. If somebody went and bought over 1,000 bottles, listen. If somebody had walked up and said, "I want over 1,000 bottles of motor oil," I'm calling the motherfucking police. I'm on the phone before the register rings. Who in their right mind let somebody walk into their CVS or their Rite Aid or an adult bookstore and say, "Hey, you got lube?" Of course, we have baby oil and stuff like, "All right, where the baby oil out?" And they just start pouring the shit in like this. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops.
No, you know they didn't do that. You know this was like Amazon Direct.
If I'm the Amazon,
this is Amazon Prime, dude.
Shipped in a plain brown package.
This is next day delivery.
I'm telling you right now. No.
This ain't CVS and Rite Aid.
That's a truck backing into your driveway.
I'm calling.
This is Amazon fulfillment. This is some guy in a warehouse being like,
I am calling.
1,000? Jesus Christ.
Dog,
I don't know if I have that in this whole building.
I'm calling the motherfucking police. I'm calling the police because listen, if you come in and get 5 bottles of baby oil, I'm like, okay, maybe everybody in the house is greasy. It's a big ass ashy house. If you buy 10 bottles, I'm really gonna start looking at you funny and going, "Hey man, do you have? Are you running a nursery? Are all the babies ashy? Okay." At 100, fuck you. I'm looking at you funny. I want ID. Okay. If I work at an Amazon Wish fulfillment plant and an order comes in for over 300 bottles of baby oil, I'm calling my manager. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I think Al Qaeda has figured out a way to turn baby oil into a bomb. I'm Homeland Security.
This is definitely domestic terrorism.
Hey, Homeland Security. Hey,
this is definitely domestic terrorism. Because guess what? I'm fucking scared.
Listen, if you need more than one bottle to get somebody, you call the police. You getting the amount of bottles you buy is the amount of cops. Where I will call the Mayberry PD for 5. Okay, I might call the New York Police Department for 100. I'm calling the FBI if it goes over 400. At 1,000, can I get a hold of the people at the International Criminal Court? What's the number to the Hague?
I'm going to say I'm not
here to guess that we should call the Secret Service at that point, but they don't have a good track record at this point.
Dog, I'm calling Mossad. I'm calling the Israeli intelligence forces. Like, what the fuck is going on with all this baby?
I am not here to kink shame anybody, but I think in this case, I think a year in prison per bottle is satisfactory, don't you?
No, because you know what'll end up happening? He'll get a high-powered lawyer to get him out of there in 6 months, and then he'd be sliding his ass out of.
I was going to say he's going to slide out. He'll slip out. He'll slip out somehow.
And again, I go back to
he'll grease some palms.
Everybody was focused on the baby oil, myself included, because I've never needed to be that greasy to do anything. And there are pigs that you could grab in a pig grabbing contest that doesn't need that much motherfucking baby oil. You bring in 1,000 bottles of baby oil to catch a pig, they're gonna look at you and go, "Hey man, do you want me to just surrender? Don't pour all that on me." But we're not going to speed past the fact this man had an odd number of dildos in his house. 784. That's
the name. The number doesn't really. I don't know. It doesn't stick out to me.
It bothers me.
I'm not sure why.
Who are you plugging? That many dildos you could boil for oil.
The large number is concerning, but the fact that it's just, it's not like 800 even or 750 even. That doesn't really affect me. It's
weird. I don't care. It's weird. Gretchen, if you told me I have 13 dildos, I'm like, hey, Gretchen, fuck up with the odd number. That's just weird. Like if you bought another one and said I have
13 not even that bad.
13.
I'm sorry. 13 still. But again, I'm not kink shaming. 13 is fine if that's your thing. I only need 2, one for prep and one for business. Okay, that's it.
But 784, how much business do you?
You don't.
Variety is the spice of life, my friend.
That means, and this is where I go into Puff Daddy's or Sean Combs' bisexuality, which again, I'm not making fun of, but let's just be dead ass honest. 784, there's not that many women that, let's say they were one-time use. Okay. You might get 200 women that'll go, okay, use a dildo on me. 201 is going to go, wait a minute, why do you have so many dildos that you need more than 10 women to use them? Okay. This goes to Puffy is bisexual because there's some guys running around here right now that have memories of lubed up dildos coming out of nowhere. Sorry, I said it. Puff Daddy is bisexual.
One coming out of nowhere. It was definitely coming out of somewhere.
I have no problem imagining Jennifer Lopez bending him over a couch a couple of times.
If she did,
and now apparently the rest of us don't either.
This is the problem. This is the problem when you do not live your authentic self. Okay, this is the fucking problem because we end up finding out all of your weird shit. When we know a person's a serial killer. We go, okay, they caught this guy. He's a serial killer. Okay. And then they go into the quote unquote house of horrors Bob Berdella had one. Jeffrey Dahmer had one. I'm pretty sure Ted Bundy had a couple of them. John Wayne Gacy buried his shit underneath the house. How do you live in a house that is funky with the bodies of like 15, 20 boys? I'll never understand. Puff Daddy shit was a house of horrors because Puff Daddy could not be his real goddamn self. If he had just said I'm bisexual and I like to party, everybody's fine. There's the legendary Jamie Foxx parties. Okay. For those of you that don't know, Jamie Foxx did have legendary Jamie Foxx parties where people would play basketball naked, they would play video games naked, and sometimes there was some sexual activity. Okay.
So
now, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody still gives a fuck, right? I don't know if Jamie's still hosting those parties or not, but nobody really cares because Jamie Foxx would be the first person to tell you he's a freak. He's a goddamn freak. Okay, great, fantastic. At least he owns it. And we understand that everybody's there because they want to be there. Puffy was out here giving out narcotics to bitches and motherfuckers to keep them there. That is some Jeffrey Dahmer Drano in the neck shit.
Answer this question for me. Why did Usher wipe his complete Twitter account clean? Wiped it completely clean.
Because Usher, and that's the other part.
That's my point.
Caught up.
We really need to think about
my point exactly.
Usher and goddamn Justin Bieber and every other child that was there. He had. Mm-hmm. We should have known there was something wrong with this motherfucker because
but Diddy was Usher's legal guardian at one point.
Yes, he named his tutelage of young artists the fucking Flavor Camp. Arrest him now. If the Villains Guild name was not the Villains Guild, it was called the Flavor Guild, I'd still be in this bitch by myself. Who in the fuck? Hey, Emmett, we see great potential in you. Would you like to join the Flavor Guild? You'd be like, I'm good, dog. I'll
man, I already belong to Guy Fieri's Flavor Town, so I'm good.
That's a town. Come on, food.
I'll just go to Baskin Robbins.
I'm a card-carrying citizen of Flavor Town. So
the Flavor Town is a food. This motherfucker said, I'm going to take young artists and enter them into Flavor Camp. Does that not scream, keep your children away from this motherfucker? And Usher's like, listen, the greatest fucking interview Puffy ever did was the one when Fabulous was like really reluctant to even say anything about, because, you know, Puffy's always like, why ain't we never partied together, baby? He was really weird about it, and Fabulous just kind of kept his head down. We did party. Remember my birthday? You came through. It's like, nah, baby. You ain't really came to one of my parties. Listen, Fabulous was every dude that's ever lived. He's like, I ain't going to this shit. I've heard rumors. Like, fucking Cat Williams talked about keeping Diddy off your ass. Literally, like keeping him off. 50 Cent wanted to beat the shit out of him when he talked about, hey, daddy, come on, daddy, you looking, I want to take you shopping. He's like, what the fuck did you say to me? He's like, I'll pay. He's like, what the fuck did you say to me? I got the fuck up. He had something called Flavor Camp, and we didn't get him. We should have got him then. He said
there was a whole lot of boy bands and girl bands going through those halls, too.
I was going to say, like, back in, what was it, 98? There was a band.
The dude that created the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and 98 Degrees and shit. I can't think of that fucker's name. Not Seagram, something else. But could you imagine if the Backstreet Boys had said, yeah, we just came out of Delicious Camp. That's how we became the Backstreet Boys. You're going to find a person that put them together and kill them. You are going to drag them through the streets with the bell. Lou Pearlman, thank you, Miss Thomas over in the Facebook chat. If Lou Pearlman had said, hey, you know, I'm building a boy band. They go, yeah, we're going to be in a boy band. All right, so I want you guys to come to Delicious Alley, and we're going to get you to, excuse me? You would catch him and drag him through the streets with the bell from Game of Thrones when Cersei made the walk of shame. You would drag him at 10 miles an hour, screaming, shame, shame, ching, shame, ching. Like
Cedric the Entertainer from Flavor? Kings of Comedy.
Dog.
You called another man delicious?
Delicious. Can't, like, if any other person, if fucking Clive, what's his face that used to own Arista said, we had Whitney Houston in Delicious Bubblegum Factory. Hey, Clive, come outside real quick, man. No, for real. Whitney, please keep singing. Clive, come outside real quick, man. I need to holler at you about my trunk. Come here. Come over here real quick. So we can beat you to death. Get in the trunk and die. It's on some Sopranos level shit at that point. You took her where? Bubblegum Delicious Hey, get in the trunk. Clive, get in the trunk. Clive, get in the trunk before we fuck you up outside. We're giving you the option to get in the trunk alive, bitch. We can put you in there unconscious. You just not coming back. Puffy said this shit out loud in front of people, and we were just like, oh, wow. For real? You took Usher to Flavor Camp. He should have been fucked up just for the name. The name. Flavor? And then again. Don't do that. Don't do that, Craig.
Don't justify that, Andrew.
Hey, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Flavor on your on your chin.
Hold on. I would punch Puffy in his mouth if he had told me that shit. It's a dedication to Craig Mack. Sit down. Number one, you didn't pay the man right. Number two, you're gonna use his damn song so you can lure young boys in there. Sit your stupid. He'd have got dragged behind the back of my truck just for that shit. Number one, you named your shit Flavor Camp and it's got a bunch of kids in it. Number two, you trying to say it's named after fucking Craig Mack. You disrespect his memory. Sit down. Nope. Nah, don't give it to them. Nope. Nope. There's some flavor in there, all right. Like he's just been creepy this whole fucking time. Like it's weird. It's just so, I don't know, man. I'm kind of weirded out by this.
You're kind of describing growing up in the 90s. There's a whole bunch of weird motherfuckers that we were right there in plain sight. And this is just the big one.
I hated R. Kelly because he stole my hairstyle. There. You want to know? Y'all want to know the truth? There it is. In 1992, because my hair, I noticed that this shit was getting thin and I was in the fucking Navy. I started shaving my head bald, right? I did it because I knew male pattern baldness in my family had me looking like Bozo the fucking clown. I saw what my father's hair looked like, and that was not going to be me. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to shave all my hair. Now, Aaron Hall, who is a creepy, perverted piece of shit, shaved his head. But I was like, all right, I respect you because I like some of your music. Then R. Kelly did it. And when R. Kelly did it, I said, fuck R. Kelly and everything that looks like him. I don't give a fuck how many times you play. I don't give a fuck if it's 12 or 14. Fuck you. You stole my hairstyle, right? So I didn't like him because of that. And then when all the shit started coming out about him, oh, he's a piece of shit. I will never forget being on the Source Magazine's fan page. They had the Source pages, like the Source message board, right? And when that R. Kelly tape dropped, there was so many of us that was just like, arrest this motherfucker tomorrow. Get him off the fucking streets. And we were told, oh, you're just trying to bring down another powerful black man. No, we're trying to bring down this perverted piece of shit. So again, the 90s was filled with some really questionable fucking characters. But even with that going on, Puffy just took it to a whole nother level. Like R. Kelly peed on a girl. He didn't drown her in baby oil, though. Could you imagine if R. Kelly, instead of peeing on a little girl before or trying to have sex with her, he just brought her in, told her to take her clothes off, and then poured gallon after gallon after gallon of baby oil and lubricant over her fucking head? Like,
I would just like to say that if you're going to dump anything over my head, I'll take the lubricant, please.
Yeah, because lubricant over.
I'm sorry.
All right, like
I'm a kinky person, but I draw the line at human waste and excrement.
If you pee on me, they will never see you again. You piss on me, you will never be seen again. You will be a missing person, a guy on a milk carton, because you had the audacity to put your urine on me. If you pee on me, they will never see you again. If you piss on me, your body will never be found. I will bury you so far under the dirt, the devil will ask, how did you get here? Because you had the audacity to pee on me. I'm just saying.
I was just waiting for the breakdown and the key change there.
I'm just saying. Like, no, it's just a little ditty I tell myself. Every day, every once in a while, just a little ditty I tell myself. I say, hey, if you piss on me, I promise you they'll never find you. I promise you. They will be talking about you in the past.
This is something that is a regular occurrence in your life.
No, DB Cooper, motherfucking.
This is a regular affirmation of yours.
I'm just exactly. You know how some people have affirmations when they get up in the morning. I'm great. I'm special. I'm worth it. Mine is, if you urinate on me, DB Cooper, fucking Jimmy Hoffa, and you. I promise it will not find you. I will put you in places. Listen, I will bury your ass in a building. I will find a building that is under construction, drop your ass into one of the cinder blocks while it's still the wet concrete, and they will never know you're there. And they'll go, well, why would somebody do something like this? He fucking pissed on me. So again, I get
not guilty, Your Honor. No,
that's a lot. That's a lot of work.
This is an interesting peek into the life of Thomas the Villain.
Yes,
that's a lot of work, Thomas. And just remember, you don't have to bury a fine red mist.
Or I could feed them to a pig, but that takes too fucking long. Nope. No. I think but again, we thought R. Kelly was the height of disgustingness, and then fucking Puff Daddy came in and said, hold my lube. Do y'all understand how much? Do y'all understand?
Like, I ain't holding that. You hold that. I don't know where that's been.
Do you understand how fucking much lube over 1,000 bottles is? There's no sex that I want to last that long that I need one bottle of Baby Earl. Why the fuck would I want over 1,000 of them motherfuckers? I'm trying to fuck the Eastern Seaboard? Like the fuck? Just
the actual Eastern.
I just don't want to have to go back to the
entirety of the Eastern Seaboard, from fucking Rhode Island all the way down into fucking Florida. I'm screwing it. Like, you can. You know what? I'm fucking you and sliding away. I am the slippery man. You know what? That's a new superhero.
What? There's an important distinction. What is low? What does running low look like?
What is
the number at which we have to re-up?
Here's my corporate Amex card. Just go get some more. We need to re-up.
Meanwhile, the factory is getting the order, and it's like, call the petroleum companies.
Do you understand? I genuinely want.
Yeah, wouldn't you just go straight to the source?
We now
have it right out of the ground.
We now have a new superhero. We now have a new superhero. By day, he's Sean Combs, the man that makes $1 million deals and hit records. At night, he dons an entire scuba gear, scuba outfit, a mask, and a pair of boots, and then covers himself in the most luxurious bottles of Baby Earl possible. He is Slick Man, aka Slippery Man. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
He will solve
I think
crime.
okay, that's number one. That is definitely a Nightwing villain, because that is right up there with Condiment King.
Listen,
if he fell down, he'd be like Clark Griswold on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Exactly. Condiment King, fucking Calendar Man, and Slippery Guy. Listen, Batman would never be able to whoop his ass. Now, Black Panther's just gonna cut his throat. Like, Black Panther's like, I will not sit here and let you slide away from me.
You can't outrun my Komodo beads. You can't outrun those.
Aaliyah W in the YouTube chat says, today's question is, how do you keep Combs safe until trial, or do they plan to do an Epstein part 2? No,
He's on suicide watch. But I do want to say that this conversation, I want to say this first. First of all, Sheila, thank you for having the grace to come on this show and be here and put up with this. And Thomas, this is why in most cases we can't get guests.
Why? Because I talk about slippery shit?
I'm just saying.
Much like Sean Combs, it's really hard for us to nail down a guest.
To be fair, Gretchen said dildos, and I was like, I'm in. But
yeah, I knew she'd be down with it. I know.
Hold on. Miss Thomas over in the Facebook chat. Slippery When Wet is a Def Leppard album, and I guarantee you that would be his theme music. Slippery When Wet.
Bon Jovi, but yeah.
Hey,
it's Bon Jovi.
If Slippery Man slides in to solve your crimes, please understand no one will catch him. Like he can go and slide into places that cops can't. You know, I can imagine this. Like there's a Jim Gordon character, and he just he's like, Slippery Man, I need you to understand this kid only has about 20 minutes to live, and we got to do something to help him out. Don't worry about it, Jim. I've got him. I'll slide over there right now.
So tell me this then. Did they actually film that scene for Risky Business on purpose, or was that just footage from Diddy's house? You know, when he goes sliding across the floor?
I wonder how many times Diddy has fucking recreated that scene.
Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video on TikTok where the dude walks into his house? He's walking to the bottom of the stairs. He slips and falls. He's like, God damn it, Diddy again?
Yes. Listen, these jokes don't end. I don't care.
They don't.
It's the saddest commentary that we have to make these jokes in order for us to not go crazy about the fact that this motherfucker's been doing this shit for 20-something fucking years.
And we've all known it.
Hold on. That's what I want to talk about in the second half. The Kinks. Not the band, the Kinks. And how is it that in this day and age, every time a new disgusting motherfucker is outed, the shit that we hear about him is just like, are you kidding me? And I'm sorry, we bringing up Bill Cosby. If you're a big fan of the Cosby Show, I don't give a fuck. But because Cosby between Cosby and Weinstein, I don't know who is out here putting up these fucked up ass numbers more. Weinstein,
you see, with the pudding and the jello.
Let me reset this fucking. Let me really set this fucking show. Hold on. This is The Villain's View on GCPR and streaming exclusively on YouTube and Facebook. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as The Villain. I am joined by my regular co-hosts, the Gambited, the Gretchenid, the Gilberted, and one Miss Sheila Chappelle, co-host of Peak Trends. But anyway, so let's talk about the Kinks, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about them. All right.
What do you want to know?
I kind of tout myself as being a fairly sexually liberated person. Okay. I do not get weirded out when guys give me compliments because I am a hot, sexy motherfucker, and I know this, so I'm okay with it. But my proclivities are, fairly vanilla sometimes. Sometimes I like a little rocky road. You know what I mean? But we have lived in the time of some of the most disgusting, perverted men ever. I don't give a fuck what y'all say about women and their sexuality. Some of you guys is walk around here fucking foul. And I mean, we have lived with you. Like the Cosby Show used to come on in our house every Thursday. And little did we know that Bill Cosby was out here. He was out here dropping pills like Michael Jordan. Or like he was putting out pills like fucking Steve Nash dropped dimes. Like he was assisting people going to sleep. We didn't know this. Everybody was all and then we find out, hey, Bill, what the fuck, Bill? What is going on? What's with the pills, Bill? Bill. Like are you fucking with me right now? Like what's the fucking everybody was getting. Yeah, like everybody was getting it. If you couldn't drink water at Bill Cosby's house. You couldn't drink your own saliva in your mouth at Bill Cosby's house. Water, wine, Kool-Aid, the pudding. You couldn't, if it was liquid, you couldn't drink it at Bill Cosby's house because there was a real good chance you was going to sleep unironic, involuntarily.
Come on, let's be serious about this. Like, look at all the people we've idolized throughout the years. Now, when I like somebody, it's like, what do you do? Just tell me what he did now before I start to like that person and find out they did something shitty down the road.
And I'm finding out literally he's getting off the set of picture pages and going and dropping pills in people's drinks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I used to glued to the TV for that shit.
Picture pages to paralyzing women. Who does this? But again,
apparently America's dad.
The list is quite long. Okay.
Dad, Jesus
now,
Christ.
We know
MAGA's dad, maybe.
Okay, listen. Now we know that Donald Trump has proclivities. How that motherfucker got anywhere near the seat of power, I will never understand. I don't understand how poor ass people think that Donald Trump is the greatest thing since the greatest thing when this motherfucker is the nasty. I could see if Donald Trump was walking around with an elephant trunk in his pants. I could fucking see that level of confidence. But this apparently this motherfucker is walking around like with one of the mushrooms from Mario and talking shit and just trying to offer it to every woman. Don't nobody want that. Who in the fuck want to have?
Come on, man. If you're gonna say that, you could go.
You mean you don't want to dig that thing out of the shitty ass diaper?
Fuck no. And he was giving it to women. He was giving it to women that wanted it and giving it to women that didn't want it. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. He cheated on Ivana with Marla Maples, right? And in the New York Post prints a fucking interview with him that says best sex I ever had. Have you noticed Marla's never said that?
Not once. No.
I would say that's pretty common amongst women. Dudes always walk out and say that was the best I ever had, and she's exactly.
Here's the list of Donald Trump's beats. Okay, Ivana Trump has never said he's the best I ever had. She says he's the father of her kids, and that's it. Okay,
best I've ever had.
Right? Marla Maples has never said this shit. He's the father of Tiffany. That's it. Melania's never gone. And my husband is so great in body. He rocks my world. Never happened.
Melania has never even touched that bastard in public.
Like, seriously, motherfucking Stormy Daniels gave up all the games. She's like, it ain't that big and it wasn't that long and it wasn't that great. And he brought in a magazine with his face on it and wanted me to him with it. So
Melania don't even want to hold his hand. He's so bad at it, you know.
Listen, Melania was looking at Justin Trudeau like she was going to mount him like Khal Drogo did.
Oh Lord,
no, I don't blame her.
He was like,
I'd do it. I didn't let him hit it every day.
Twice.
So again, there's him. Okay, so Donald Trump, his famous beats is just weird, right?
Beats.
There's Harvey fucking Weinstein.
Oh, good Lord.
Just his name's Harvey, for God's sake. That's already a bad start.
To look at Harvey Weinstein, I end up with an internal boner.
That is a molten mound of under.
An internal boner? You mean a reverse boner?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
An inverted boner.
Yes, an
inverted. That was what you were going for.
Inverted.
Is that what I needed?
I got what
I needed to do to get a transition. Is that how I do bottom surgery right there?
Yes, just look at
him. I'll just get an innie real quick.
Harvey Weinstein got Bill Cosby numbers, and I didn't even realize he had Bill Cosby numbers because I figured, we're talking about 10, 12 people. No, he got Bill Cosby numbers.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there looking at him like, have you ever seen him when he wins an Oscar? You ever seen that when he wins a fucking Oscar?
And he looks like Jabba the Hutt going up to the
He's like
stage.
The producer. Yeah. I'm sitting there saying to myself, that is not he literally achieved some shit by being a producer or something because nobody else wanted that man. Nobody. And he out here doing Bill Cosby numbers. Like, of course you're doing Bill Cosby numbers. Not shocked at all. Not shocked at all. At all. Period. Not shocked. Not shocked at all. Not. So he is exactly where the fuck he deserves to be. The end. Fuck Harvey Weinstein and everybody look like him. I'm sorry. Fuck the Weinstein line. His mom and daddy should have decided that's the night that they, I don't know, go to Shiva. Whatever. Don't have that motherfucker. Right? Dead ass. Not
I
bullshit.
mean, what do you call what do you call that line? I mean, like Jay Leno obviously comes from the Habsburgs. He got the Habsburg chin going on. Like, what is that?
The Weinstein
What
line?
is that?
The Huts.
Listen,
Yeah.
anybody that grows facial hair like Harvey Weinstein and it still has pock marks in your face and boils and shit, you don't deserve an Oscar even if you played the part in the movie. Like your Oscar should have been given to you in the parking lot. Like before you walked in, like, hey, Harvey, hold on. Hey, Harvey, come here. Hey, you won. You're gonna get the producer Oscar, but you got to get that shit outside. You got to go to the parking lot. But I'm Harvey Weinstein. How come I can't be on camera? Bitch, look at you. Look, Harvey.
We don't have the we don't have the widescreen lenses yet.
Hey, Harvey, check this out. This is a mirror. Look at your face. Go get your Oscar in the fucking parking lot and shut the fuck up. Like you don't get to come in, right? So there's
I mean,
I want to know is with everything he was doing, how come not one of his confidants went to him and said, "Hey, bro, you need to pull a Roman Polanski like yesterday."
I think
you got to get the F out of here.
Bringing him up. Thank you so much for bringing him up. Roman fucking Polanski. This motherfucker is living abroad because he knows if he ever steps into America, his bitch ass is going to jail. Okay, he's going to jail
immediately.
Immediately. He is still trying to direct. It's like Roman Polanski won an Oscar for The Piano. I don't know why. He couldn't come accept it. Bitch, this is the way I look at it. If your ass is doing some foul ass shit, again, why are you getting an Oscar? But I digress. So Roman Polanski's won. Woody Allen. Woody Allen married his stepdaughter. Woody Allen married his stepdaughter. He raised her and then married her. What the? I have stepdaughters.
Or husband.
I have stepdaughters.
Me too.
I have never ever fucking looked at them like that. I have stepdaughters.
No.
Yes, because you have morals.
I raised these fucking girls.
It's not even just morals. Who the fuck looks at their stepdaughter and is like, a couple years?
Yeah, like, hey, I'm giving it the over under is about 14, 15 years. Like, yeah, I'll be there with it. Who does this?
Nobody.
And again, Woody Allen still working. R. Kelly, we already talked about. I can't.
I'm sorry, but whoever's buying the tickets for that, fuck you too.
Fuck all of you. If you think if the idea of working with Woody Allen is something you want in your career, fuck you. Okay, there, I said it. R. Kelly, we already talked about. Aaron Hall is a piece of shit because apparently Aaron Hall was involved in a sexual assault of a woman after Puff Daddy had done it. So fuck Aaron Hall too. Like my catalog of shit I can listen to, it just gets smaller every year. Every year, I just go, oh, can't listen to that motherfucker anymore. We gotta go. Bye. Like
getting down to a couple Enya CDs at this point.
Unless one of my underground favorites do some fuck shit, I'm cool. Like I will always live. Like if A$AP Rock is found out, have done some shit with his multi-syllabic ass, then I will be really mad because I have all of his albums. But I digress. Who else? We got Lube Man, aka Slippery Sean. He's one we already talked. Is there any other pervs, disgusting motherfuckers that we have been watching for doing this disgusting shit for years? Hold on. Fucking Randall said it in the damn comment section. Can we talk about Lindsey Graham?
If we have to.
Lindsey Graham just...
I don't think it's
just come out
prerequisite, but why not?
Hey, Lindsey, come out the closet. You are not fooling us anymore, dude.
For real.
We fucking get it. We already figured it out. You are not fooling us anymore.
Just
come out the fucking closet.
He's right there in the closet next to Couch Fucker Guy. So JD
Couch.
JD Couch.
What about the
JD Couch in advance?
Just Lindsey, you're fucking... Bring Tim Scott with you. He's gay too.
JD Couch checking advance.
Yeah. Bring your Just come to
but that's not a sex crime though. That's not a. It's just somebody who it can't come out because his own party would take a giant crap on him.
Are you sure it's not in that state?
This is again. The reason Lindsey Graham is on this fucking on this list is because Lindsey Graham tries to lie to every single fucking person in the United States day after day after day. When he gets in front of a camera, I know I probably shouldn't say this as a heterosexual man, but I yell out gay. I just do because, dude, we know already.
Trust us. We do too.
There's stories. Stories about this man. Stories about how he pays for escorts. They come to his house. They do to do. The reason he is called Ladybug is because of, you know what? Never mind. Look it up. I don't care. I'm not going there. I'm not going why. I'm not going to tell you why. But he then in turn tries to play a straight rock rib Republican that's against gay rights. If you don't bring your motherfucking ass out of this goddamn closet. I've met gay Republicans.
Yeah, but my point is like Danny Masterson, that kind of caught me off guard. Roger Ailes being accused of sexual assault and rape, not so much. And then he died before he could get taken, before he could be brought to justice.
I was getting ready to get to him. Roger Ailes, and
not even a shock though.
I'm going to bring up
Kevin Spacey. There's another one.
Kevin Spacey pissed me off.
Yeah, he did.
Kevin Spacey pissed me the fuck off, and then I had to start looking at some of the films that I liked of Kevin Spacey. Like, I will never watch American Beauty again because I now realize it is the story about a guy who was trying to fuck a teenager. I was so deep in depression at the time that I watched that film because I watched it twice in one day. I literally went back and watched it again. Loved American Beauty. I cried. I used to tell people all the time. I watched American Beauty like 153 times, and I never not cried. Every fucking time.
Beautiful film.
It's a beautiful film, but fuck.
And how did he die at the end when the conservative homophobe tried to get a little action from him?
Yes, and then blew his damn brains out.
So
like I love The Usual Suspects. I still love The Usual Suspects. Y'all hear me? Y'all have seen videos going lock them out. I love that fucking film.
That one, Seven is a fantastic movie.
I love 7, but I can watch 7 because he's only in the end of it. I can tolerate it until we get to the part where he gets his brains blown out by Brad Pitt. There. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert, kids. Yeah.
For what, 25-year-old movie?
Yeah, but fuck Kevin Spacey. Like I stopped watching. I now understand why they wanted to get rid. Why they had that one last season of House of Cards, because Robin Wright didn't do any goddamn thing. She wasn't out there feeling up on young boys. That was him. Okay, so fuck Kevin Spacey. But he's literally, when Kevin Spacey was outed by what is his name? Andrew Rupp? Is it Andrew or?
That was right.
Yeah, the gay actor who was on Discovery.
Yes, I think he's still on Discovery because
it's over. It's last season just aired.
Don't tell me I haven't even started watching it yet. I haven't watched last season because I don't want to cry. Leave me alone. But anyway, when he came out and told everybody what the fuck he did, do you know how hard I had a copy of American Beauty and a copy of The Usual Suspects in my fucking house, and I had to literally throw them away. So fuck Kevin Spacey, you piece of shit. Anthony Rapp. That's it. Thank you. Roger Ailes. Let me go ahead and turn y'all stomach right quick. I don't know which one of them blondes from Fox News. I don't know. I can't.
All of them.
They all look the same to me. But they described Roger Ailes' penis as looking like hamburger.
Oh God.
How does a penis look like a hamburger?
No. It looked like ground chuck.
How does it? That's what I meant. But I mean, how?
I don't.
Unless you put it in a grinder.
I don't know. I never asked. So now that I know he's dead, that's the only thing I can think of. You mean the guy that had the Hamburglar in his pants? I don't know nothing else. I don't know how to tell you. I don't know what else to fuck tell you. Like
Robble.
All right, he had robble in his pants. Okay, there you go.
I knew when I took that drink, it's like swallow fast. Somebody's going to say something and you're going to spit this shit out.
Jerry Seinfeld, in the height of his popularity, was dating a teenager in front of us.
And this motherfucker got the nerve to talk about what's going on with all this. What's going on with all this cancel culture? Bitch, you are lucky we let you stay.
Was dating a 17-year-old, for fuck's sake.
17-year-old.
While we turn around and we absolutely canceled fucking the actor comedian who was a Democratic senator.
Oh, you're talking about
Al Franken.
Al
Franken for making a stupid joke with his hands like in front of some chick's boobs while she slept, and he wasn't even touching her. Yes,
I still don't know how.
The Democrats threw his ass under the bus.
A joke in poor taste, yes. Worth canceling over. It was not fucking Anthony Weiner bad. It wasn't Jeffrey Jones bad. You know,
this was a time when you could.
It wasn't even Louis C.K. bad.
No, this was a time when you could lose an election just for going
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Howard Dean.
Here's the thing, and I will tell you this: Al Franken would have made goddamn sure that everybody that got confirmed from the Trump administration deserved to be there. There's a lot of people that would not have gotten confirmed if fucking Al Franken was there. Dead ass. That's the God's honest truth, and I truly believe that. But because the Democrats were so pussy, they fucking had to get rid of him because he made a goddamn joke years ago. Meanwhile, Bill Maher's out here still making these same dumbass, ignorant ass, stupid ass jokes, and nobody wants to get rid of that fucking old, dried up fuck. Like Al Franken would have been the one fucking senator that would have grilled the dog shit out of everybody that Trump wanted confirmed. He would have ripped them to
he would have eaten Brett Kavanaugh.
Yes. Kavanaugh would not have made it. Kavanaugh would not have made it. I'm telling you right now, if Al Franken was sitting on the fucking Judiciary Committee, fucking Kavanaugh wouldn't have made it, and Amy Coney Barrett wouldn't have made it. They would not have made it out because Al Franken would have asked them pointed fucking questions. He would have asked them. He would have been the one insisting on an investigation on the accusations towards Brett Kavanaugh.
I need to slide into that timeline.
Like seriously, without him, what happened? Just rolled over.
I'll pay Diddy. He's got enough lube.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Let's see. So Al Franken was railroaded. There, I said it. Thanks, Democrats. At least you guys made up with Kamala. I don't fucking know, but
I love the idea that Diddy has enough lube to create a time machine.
That's 1,000 bottles.
Just slide into the goddamn past.
Hey,
that's enough to make a time vortex, I think.
You know that the Flash used something called the what is it? The treadmill, the treadmill that he ran on. Cosmic treadmill to go like break the time, break time. Do you think that maybe Diddy was getting all that lube so that he can make his own cosmic?
Oh, he was trying to break the Speed Force.
Diddy was going to have his own Flashpoint.
I'm just saying, he was trying to.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Even the name of the company sounds perverted now. Bad Boy.
Bad Boy.
Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas is Mark Robinson without the internet. He's just as much of a fucking perv. Just as much. Ask anybody that went to school with him. Ask anybody that worked with him. He was obsessed with porn, and he was obsessed with a guy named Long Dong Silver.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
ask me how I heard that name when I was in 7th grade.
I'm gonna tell you.
Well, who is?
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I mean this. I once looked up Long Dong Silver, and I was traumatized. I was a grown man. This was not. I was a child, and I looked up the name because when fucking Clarence Thomas was being confirmed, I was like 20-something fucking years old, right? So me being the dumbass that I am, when the internet was popping, I typed in Long Dong Silver.
Oh God, I just did it.
Don't do it.
Oh, oh no,
it's a trap.
Like
there's a few of those traps, and I'm not even going to name them.
The shit. Now I don't know whether or not this was really truly Long Dong Silver. I've never really done any deep dive research into this, but what I saw traumatized me, and what I saw was a naked German woman dancing next to a relatively 5'8", 5'9" black man with a penis that looked like he could rope it around somebody's neck and choke him to death. And I instantly turned the shit off. I said, well, that's enough internet for me. I guess I'll come back when the World Wide Web really wants me. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going to scrub a layer of skin off. And I'm just going to,
Rule 34.
I'm just going to stop looking up things that Thomas said he looked up. That's
do
just
not
the rule of thumb
advise
right
that.
there.
That is not a great idea.
Sheila, you found it, didn't you?
I did find it. Yes.
You found it, didn't you? You understand what I'm talking about, right?
My life is forever different now. Sorry.
Does that scream, I want sexual relations? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No,
that screams, I got to go find the nearest family member.
What was the character from The Boys?
Just hug them. Just
was like that.
Yes, exactly. That's why when that character on The Boys came out with that bullshit, I was done. I said, you will not give me Long Dong Silver flashbacks. No, fuck you and fuck you twice. I think I fast forwarded through that episode. There, I'm being honest. I'm being dead ass honest. I saw that and I was done. Angry, you looked it up, didn't you? Okay. Gretchen, you're looking it up, aren't
Smart man. Smart
no,
man.
I'm asking George a question in the chat. Thank you very much. I don't look up that stuff on my computer. My browsing history is clean as a whistle. Come on over and check it out.
Lie, woman, you lie.
Come over and check it out. I goddamn guarantee you right now.
Do you mean to tell me your browser history is clean?
It is clean.
So where do you go for entertainment?
I don't watch entertainment like that. I don't know.
I'm not the internet's ex-girlfriend without a little bit of that.
She is a monk over here, ladies and gentlemen. Gretchen is a goddamn monk. No,
I just have toys and a good imagination.
I'm old. My imagination falling away from me. Listen. Sometimes I need inspiration. If you know what I mean. It's kind of like the speech that Jor-El gave Kal-El when he was learning how to fly. You will give the symbol of Earth an ideal to strive towards, and it's just like yes. Like I'm just saying. But anyway,
it's just more proof. I'm telling you, as women, at least from my perspective, I'm just not very visual in that way. Do I look at men and people I'm attracted to and think, wow, they're pretty good looking, and think maybe it'd be nice to, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, but it's not visual for me. Sheila says it all the time. I agree with her. This is what you got to stimulate first.
Well, I mean, and I still do. Don't get me wrong. I have a spank bank that's legendary, but it doesn't necessarily. I can't always like bring up a bunch of other things at the same time because I'm old. Fucking old.
I mean, the thing is, Gretchen and I have them on tap. We don't have to go looking for them. We just go to our DMs.
Right.
That is a sad commentary on manhood right there. That's it right there. Why be in the DMs? Just say it out loud, guys. But anyway, so some other
shoot your shot. And, well, it's if we say yes, lucky you. If we say no, go home.
I mean, shoot your shot, just not on my face.
That depends, though. I mean, if I've said yes already, we can negotiate.
Kumite. Hello. The universal language of we've gone too far. Kumite. The fuck?
Really? That was too far?
Hey, man.
Yeah, I was going to say that's.
We've talked
everywhere we've been tonight.
Listen,
if he's got consent, have at it.
Where people want to receive,
where no man has gone before.
I'm just saying
at for the past 2 hours.
Listen,
it's 2 hours though.
Where
hour and a half,
want to receive their gift for all their hard work is none of our goddamn business. And I'm gonna tell you right now, where I put the well received fucking thing that they did worked really hard for is none of your business. I put them where I want to put them. It's a withdrawal bank. You have worked really hard. Come get this withdrawal. That's it. Go it.
I want to try home with me tonight.
Ah, damn.
None of your business.
Oh, there's a motherfucker over here, man. We wild as shit up here. Who are some other legendary pervs that we've forgotten? Clarence. We were at Clarence Thomas.
Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, legendary perv.
Clinton.
You know, if Bill Clinton had just been honest, he's in a polyamory, and Hillary Clinton wasn't. Okay, so just fucking say that.
He's a cheater.
I really like to be in a relationship.
That's non-consensual polyamory is fucking cheating. Don't gloss it over.
But no, could you imagine him getting ready to run for? I'm from a place called Hope. I see America in a different way. For example, I see myself sometimes in a polyamorous relationship. Unfortunately, my wife Hillary is not really into that sort of thing. America would have been cool with that. I mean, we were going to vote for him anyway. He was going to win. God damn! Just be honest. You ain't got nothing to like.
No, man, that was the '90s. We would have been like,
I mean,
what about those juice-soaked cigars? What about those?
It's also non-consensual too, because he was using his power to get it. But I mean, still,
yeah.
I mean, listen, the power of the presidency is like a game changer, but you don't coerce motherfuckers that work for you. Like you sneak out of the White House. Right? You tell Hillary, oh, we working downstairs in the Oval Office for a couple hours. Then you sneak out through one of them FDR tunnels or whatever, and you go to a club. You put on a wig or something. I work for the president. Oh, you do? I'd like to give you some Gucci. That like the presidency I could not be a single man as the president of the United States. My game would be impeccable. Do you understand that? There's not. What the fuck could another dude have that I can't equal? Because I'm gonna go out. Fuck you. I'm single, right? I'm a single man. I'm going out on a Friday. Now the Secret Service is probably gonna have to surround me, but I go in. I'm talking to a girl. She's again grown adults. I'm not trying to talk to no children. I go
Laura Loomer, maybe.
Fuck no. Listen.
Oh God. That's as a president. As a president, that's the best strange that Trump can knock down right now.
If you get Thomas started on Laura Loomer for the rest of the show, Sheila, I will not let you forget it.
Fuck no.
I will not let you forget
it. Listen. Fuck no. No. But anyway, I ain't going there. I'm not Sheila. I promise you I'm not going there. Not with no damn Laura Loomer. But you imagine you in a club and you talking to a girl. So what do you do for a living? Oh, well, I'm the head secretary at so and so and such and such. Man, how much you make how much you make a year? Oh, I'm clearing about 92,000. So what do you do? I'm the president of the United States. That is a panty dropper if you look good. Like a single Barack Obama could have had all that ass, all of it. Like all the Gucci.
Yeah, but there's not a Trump or Clinton or Bush or Reagan in my lifetime. There's not a president in my lifetime other than Obama that could have done that for me.
Brock could hit.
If JFK had tried to hit on you
in my lifetime,
yes.
No, I'm just saying. Let's say
he was alive. If I was alive and he was alive, then yes. Yeah. I'd have bent the knee for him.
It's not much of a challenge right now, but yeah.
I want to put you on the moon, and then I want you to put me. I'm going to put me on the moon, and I want to put you on my cock. Like I could see that. I could
like to go ahead and say happy birthday to Jimmy Carter that just celebrated his 100th birthday.
I would be more I'd be more like, yeah, Mr. President, you put me on the moon, and I'll take you with me.
Shit. Listen, I just slid right in there next to Maryland,
and that's the thing,
taking care of business.
Bill Clinton could have had a whole bunch of other shit. Had he just been honest, maybe let's say Hillary was into polyamory, and they move into the White House.
At the time, it would not have flown at the time if it got out because
nobody would have known if he'd have made him as like her fucking secretary. Like she has a job, and Bill and Hillary are both hitting it. So
if it was secret, yes, it'd be fine. But if it got out in that time frame. I mean, we're talking about don't ask, don't tell.
Linda Tripp time. Yeah.
We're talking don't ask, don't tell. We're talking, no gay, no equal marriage.
Yeah.
If it came out, they'd have been finished.
Oh, now, could you imagine if it was Bill, Hillary, and Hillary's boyfriend?
He'd be called a cuck.
I mean,
What the fuck? I don't give a. Let me explain.
I'm just saying.
Explain something to you.
I'm just telling you what they'd say.
I don't give a cuck fuck.
I'm going to get a job in the White House that makes about $125,000 a year. All right. I'm going to get a chance to work with the president and the president's cabinet and everything. I get to be there when his history is made. And I get to fuck the fucking first lady. I'm there. I'm there. I was there for
Wasn't that John McEnany's job?
Oh, that.
Oh God, I don't know what to think about what his job was.
Jesus.
Talk about other pedophiles. I'm waiting for
John McEntee is the missing dildo.
He's at least one.
I'm waiting for him.
He might be all 16.
I'm waiting for him to come out on the list of one of Matt Gates's parties.
Well, he keeps having people coming out on TikTok accusing grooming. He's
dating. He's been dating underage people.
This is the crazy thing about date right fuck up.
Date rape stuff.
Date right.
The date rape drug. Fuck him. That's what I'm gonna call his ass. Here's the thing about it. If he wasn't so fucking smug, nobody would want to see him fall so goddamn hard.
Like I just wonder where the baby oil in his hair is coming from. So let's look at Diddy a little bit more.
Oh my God. I have been on TikTok for 4 goddamn years, and I know for a fucking fact people have been trying to find a prison record, a criminal record on me. I know because I get alerted every time they do, right? I'm an arrogant piece of shit. I absolutely am. I tell dudes all the time, I'm better looking than you, and bitch, you know it. And so does your mama. I know that. But you know the one thing I'm not? One thing at the end of the day I'm not a perv going at the kids. So I can be that arrogant because you could look at my record. There's not a kid going, I was 13 and Mr. Bishop was 34. And he told me we were going to play hide the meat. And I bend over and close that ain't never happened. I don't want your fucking kid. Your mama? Listen, I am the king of going after your mother.
Or your dad.
But I mean, depends. Kind of some Henry Cavill looking shit, man. Maybe. You know what I mean? Like I might go, oh wow, that's your fucking father? Oh shit, he's cute. I'm just saying.
He had to go there.
But I don't want nobody's fucking teenage daughter. I got a fucking 20-year-old daughter. If you're younger than my kid, I got nothing for you. Nothing. My
oldest is 30, and I have a rule: I do not date anybody younger than.
That's what I'm saying. My oldest son is 31 fucking years old.
Yep.
I feel weird looking at somebody that's 32. I'm like,
yeah, that's weird.
You're older than my oldest child. Like I'm good, but your mama? Oh shit. Listen.
It depends on the age. I got a 5 up, 10 down rule. You can't be 5 years older or 10 years younger. That's it.
Listen, if I find a 62-year-old woman that is rich, and my wife is giving me this hall pass. Okay.
Well, yeah, because you got to bring home the money, right?
Goddamn right. My wife.
You ain't doing this shit for free.
I'm telling you right now. If
you ain't laying this for free.
If me and my wife were in Indecent Proposal, and it was a woman, that movie would have been 15 minutes long. 15 minutes. The first offer, my wife would have been like, "You better get your ass out there. That's $1 million motherfucking dollars, cash."
I don't care if you're a cis dude and that's your wife. It shouldn't be more than 15 minutes. That dude turmoil way too much in that movie.
Yeah, fuck that. Exactly. Like, what are we gonna do? But will our marriage survive? Bitch, it's $1 million.
Just be safe. Wear protection. Just be safe, wear protection. I'll see you in the morning. I'm already booking the cruise.
We'll pay for therapy with the
tell you what, give him a show and call out my name.
Listen, for $1 million, I'll fuck him. I don't give a shit. Bitch, you can stay here. You can stay here.
Ask him if he'll go. Ask him if he'll go double.
I will nail his ass to that bed. I will nail him to the bed. For $1 million, we're broke. Our car's breaking down. We're stuck in Las Vegas, and here you are, this rich guy going, your wife is exquisite. I'll give you $1 million.
Do it.
sleep.
Do it now.
My
Shit,
wife
you're over here talking about how pure I am. All I need is $500 in my Cash App.
look.
What the fuck are you talking
My
about?
wife will look at me and go, "I see you when I get back," and we gonna fist bump. I'm going to pack up our shit because we ain't staying wherever the fuck we are. I'll be like, "Hey, I know how long she gonna be. It ain't gonna be all night." But like she don't like me cuddling, and I'm her fucking husband. She'll be back in about 2 hours. I'm going downstairs like,
you're giving that guy a lot of credit. I bet she's back in 15 minutes.
listen, I'm downstairs bragging to people. My wife's
half hour and that's travel time.
Right, getting clothes on and off, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll be downstairs telling everybody like, "Yo, dog, my wife's upstairs fucking a millionaire. Why are you so happy? Because I'm gonna be one when she come back down."
I've made $1 million in the time that it takes me to watch an episode of Full House.
Literally, it's like, what about your marriage, bitch? It's $1 million cash. Are you fucking with me?
We moving this marriage to a new house with some new cars.
I'm calling our creditors.
Exactly.
I am calling our creditors on the phone while she's upstairs. I'm like, look, can you wait an hour? We'll pay all them bills. Can we get all of them paid all at once? Yeah, all of them. We gonna and hold on. How fast can you clean up our credit? Oh, you can clean it up next week? Say no more, fam. Click. And as soon as she come downstairs, I did high fives and baby. We just paid off all our shit. So if it's an older woman.
Did you almost say high fives and baby oil?
Hey,
we gotta get some baby oil. Get some more.
Could you imagine?
We gotta stock up.
I'm telling you, we need to remake The Jeffersons. It needs to be a 15-minute short movie with the plot of Indecent Proposal, but we'll just shorten it to exactly what we're doing right here. That's exactly what it is.
Listen.
And we'll just have them sing and we're moving on up at the end of the movie.
This is how crazy it is. If an older woman,
when they buy their condo in the sky,
we finished the episode before we hit the credits.
If an older woman came up to my wife and said, "I saw your husband's TikToks. He's very attractive. I will give you $1 million to have sex with him." My wife's calling me on the phone saying, "Go wash your ass. Make sure your balls is clean. Put on some deodorant. Put on some nice clothes. Be at this address." I might ask why she'll say $1 million. I said, "Say no more, fam. I got you." And if the number, I'm not gonna do it for like $1,000. Like that's just a need. Like, I will nail your ass to the wall, but you're not gonna get it enthusiastically. This is gonna be like work.
Right.
My heart won't be in it.
Bitch,
Get a little sloppy toppy. That's it.
Bitch, for $1 million, you are getting roses. I'm coming in with fucking R&B music from the 70s playing in the background, like Distant Lover. I'm coming in like I'm be leaning on shit with flowers in a suit. Distant Lover.
Oh, I'm rolling with the 1970s. I'm rolling with the 1970s porn soundtrack. Boom, chicka, bow, bow, chicka, bow, bow.
That's why.
No, don't lie, Thomas. You be using the Wolfpack thing song. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes. Yes.
No, it's
If my wife called me and said a woman offered $1 million for me to spend the night with her, I'm coming in with a speaker for the Gold Dust music. I'm gonna knock on the door. She gonna open the door. It's like,
what is the? I gotta ask. What is the Gold Dust theme song? I don't know.
You've never heard the original Gold Dust theme?
I don't believe I have.
It's very long.
I keep that. No, I got you.
Everyone acting like I'm
I
not
keep
on
the
a
shit with me.
computer that has Google on it.
No. So you're gonna hear. If you go to Google, you're gonna hear the late version. Fuck you. Nope. I got this bitch for.
It's a wrestling theme. Of course, that's why I haven't heard it.
Goddamn right, and not just any wrestling thing. Not just any wrestling.
I'll watch wrestling. I don't watch wrestling. That's why I haven't heard of it.
You okay? Don't say no more. See, this is the beautiful part of this show. It's not like I can't pull this bitch to fuck up. I have it. Like I keeps the every once in a while I'll play it in the car.
We had a problem pulling up.
Get out the Crayolas and color me shocked.
Shut your face.
Such passes, goddammit. I ain't playing with you boys.
Let me see.
Can't hear anything.
Can't hear anything.
You can't?
No, not a thing.
Can you?
No. How the hell can we not hear it?
Goddamn. That's crazy.
Turn your phone up.
It loud, and I can't. This fucking
Wow.
Heard it. This makes no sense.
I can't hear it either, Angry.
Can't hear you, Angry. No.
Angry. That's crazy, man. We can't play my favorite theme.
Well, I just listened to a short clip of it, so I have heard that before.
And mind you, you have to hear the original version of it when Jim Johnson put it together the first time.
Okay, I'll look up the original version later.
Because Goldust is fucking Dustin Rhodes. He's the son of Dusty Rhodes. It really wasn't. It's like, okay, he's the natural Dusty Rhodes, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah. And then Vince McMahon came and said, hey, I got this character. And he put up this character. And I was like, okay, Goldust, whatever, fine. And then that music came on. I said, as a young man, my lip quivered. I said, I want to play that music everywhere. I want that. If I could afford not to be sued by the WWE, I would beg them. I'm like, please, you guys aren't using it. Y'all don't even work with Jim Johnson anymore. Can I at least borrow it for a few weeks? That's how I would start off Sound of Coffee every morning. I would start the music and walk my dumb ass in here. I might fuck out of here. I might do that. No, I ain't, because fuck that. This radio station cannot afford to be sued. So fuck it.
Plus, like George said, YouTube might be blocking it because it's copyrighted music.
That's true. It is. They're doing that.
It might be filtering it on us.
Fucking asshole.
But no, for like, that's why he's like Indecent me off, because
it's a quandary. What does a married couple who's broke as a motherfucker do when a rich, powerful, very rich man wants to have sex with the wife? What should they do? In this economy?
Lube up.
In this economy,
Paul Diddy.
Listen,
you call Diddy and say, hey, I need some baby oil.
It's not an indecent proposal. We'll both do it. We don't give a fuck. The fuck? And I wonder that sometimes about Trump supporters. If Trump wanted to sleep with one of these men's wives, would they?
Oh Lord, they would.
Some of them have answered that question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some of these supporter guys would fuck him himself.
Offer up their wife as sacrifice.
I am still mad. I have a picture. I found. Oh, by the way, I found it, and I'm putting it in the goddamn group chat, so all three of you can feel my pain. I did find the picture. I found.
Finally, how long has it been? A week?
No, I found it that night, but I was fucking tired after the show, so I was like, man, I'm going to bed. They'll have to, and then I completely forgot it because I had other shit to do the next day. But I found that fucking picture, and goddamn it, I'm sending it to all three of you, so that y'all can feel my pain. This shit has been sitting in my fucking phone all this time, and it bothers me. And I didn't say this last time when we talked about this thing, but I realize now why it bothers me as much as it does. I love plus size women. I do. Not gonna front. I love plus size women.
That's not the first time you said that. We all know that.
Exactly. I'm a fan of boobs. Always have been a fan of boobs. This picture combines two of them: a plus size woman with big ass boobs, airbrushed with Donald Trump on her. And I like. There's the desire.
Why do you do this to me? You've already made me. You should have just sent it. Don't do a trigger warning. Now I'm going to be like, oh, there's that text from Thomas. I ain't going to look at that shit.
No. Oh, you're going to look. Oh, fuck you. Look. Oh, no, you're going to look. God damn it, you're going to fucking look. Because
I'm not the one getting it this time.
Y'all are my friends. Y'all are my friends. I love you. I love the three of you more than I will ever be able to put into words. And God damn it, we share on this show. We share. And God damn it, I'm going to share this. Because it hurts my soul. Like, why would you do that? You're a plus size woman. You're an older plus size woman. And it's the fact that the husband sat there next to her. Just, oh, why, motherfuckers? But again, we live in a society that why are we not honest? How come we're not honest with ourselves? Can you answer? From Diddy to fucking Mark Robinson, that why are we not honest with ourselves? Let me see if I can quarterback this. Why are we not honest with ourselves? Gretchen, you've said that you are attracted to men and women.
Mostly men, though. I say pansexual because if the right woman comes along, yes, I could probably be with her if we have a connection. But I'm predominantly into men.
Okay, Sheila, what do you identify as far as like?
I am pansexual, hearts not parts.
Hearts not parts. Okay. Angry, I'm assuming very heterosexual. Gambit?
Mostly hetero. I'm secure enough to, like yourself, I'm secure enough to admire men as handsome or good looking, but yes. I'm not attracted to them.
Well, see that I'm secure enough to be able to say that I do find some men attractive. I do. So with all of us saying that, why is that a bad thing? Because I made a video about this earlier today. If Diddy had been honest about himself, he wouldn't be sitting in the situation he's sitting in right now. He wouldn't.
I mean, in fairness, when I knew I was
minus the underage people,
when I knew I was trans and pans in the 90s, I couldn't do shit about it. But now,
like now is
reason.
And that's, I would think it's more important to do it now than it would be to do it, when you're caught. Oh shit, they found out that I like lube and dildos. Oops, like the fuck? Why not just be honest with your goddamn self? These are the things that you like. Congratulations. If Diddy had came, because I'm telling you, Diddy's bisexual. I believe that in my heart of hearts. I believe Diddy is bisexual. I've heard way too many stories about men who have were with Diddy in that way for me to believe that man isn't bisexual. He's bisexual. So fucking own it. Well, hip hop don't matter. Hip hop does not matter. He wouldn't be sitting in a situation his stupid ass is sitting in right now. Be yourself. And be accepted.
Just admit these things and also have supervision when necessary so you don't end up like David Carradine, suffocated while tied up in a closet.
Oh, that's wild.
I mean, obviously we wouldn't give him a pass on the violence and the trafficking and stuff like that, but maybe that wouldn't have had to happen if he'd just been fucking honest with himself.
Exactly, because I do believe the fucking violence comes from that repression of who the fuck you truly the fuck are. If you're being real with you, then why are you being violent? You're like,
well, a good example of that is when I was still pre-transition and questioning my sexuality, and I tried things a couple of times with guys. I felt guilty because of all the grooming and the programming that I grew up with, the indoctrination. This is terrible, and you're going to be a terrible person. The minute I finally accepted myself and had sex with a man for the first time without guilt, God, was it fucking great.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And we live in this fucked up ass, weird ass country with this fucked up ass, weird ass fucking ideals, right? How is it that we can talk about 50 types of violence, but not one type of love? And I was going to use this as a final thought, and I might still do it, but I might expand on it. But could you imagine if America treated speaking about sex and sexuality from a young age all the way up to an older person, an elderly person, if we talked honestly about sex and sexuality the same way we talk about fucking weapons, could you imagine what kind of country we would be? We'd be France.
Sex is the most normal thing among humans, though. It's one of the most basic things that we do. Why is it one of the most taboo?
That's what I'm saying. Sex is natural. Killing somebody is not. Killing somebody is not natural. I don't care how many. Killing anything is not natural.
I think it's taboo because men in power are bad at it.
Oh, for fuck. Yeah. You know what?
There you go.
Yes. Yes.
If you can't fuck it right, might as well kill it.
I told y'all there is the man,
and then the bombs and the rockets and everything are all shaped like dicks.
I told y'all there is the man
process. Dicks and balls.
It's get along, conquer, kill. That is how men operate on everything. Get along, conquer, kill. You try to get along with it. We try to, hey, you do you and I'll do me. But sometimes it doesn't work because we feel like we need to be, you need to honor me. You need to center me. I am a man, blah, blah, blah.
And they resist those urges because I've said this a million times. Human beings are a social species. We are designed by our DNA. We are programmed to work together through cooperation so that we can thrive. Killing of each other and tearing each other down is not natural, but yet this is what they lean in. That's what they strive to do rather than be a decent person. That's why I'll always say it's easy. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm an asshole." Of course it is. Of course you are, because it's easy. Being a kind, decent human being that puts effort into being a good person is not, but the effort is so much more worth it.
And you know what else? Being authentic is hard. Everybody wants to be somebody the fuck else. Being yourself means you got to stay with those. You got to know your own limitations. You have to stay in that shit. And that is an ugly goddamn place, especially when you don't like the person that you are. Oh, you're fucked. You are royally fucked.
And there's two bitches in this room that said, fuck that.
Thank you. And the thing I will say about the trans community, and this is like a big feather in y'all cap. Okay. Y'all have gotten past the programming. That is something a lot of men and women cannot do. I know because I was part of that.
That's why they fear us, because we've cracked the code on both sides.
Yes. Y'all have managed to literally say to yourself, this ain't me. I don't feel my full self. And you took whatever I'd say all the time. I don't give a fuck what the steps were. You took them. And now you are better off than you were before. But unfortunately, in this society, that step is the fucking first. It's always the first step. I tell people all the time, the first step to anti-racism is to be honest with yourself. Okay? That first step. You've said or thought some racist shit, be honest about it. Okay? The second step, which is real, do you understand there's some people that would much rather fight that bear behind Gretchen than to face their fucking family and tell them, hey, remember that shit you taught me? That racist bullshit you taught me? Yeah, it was wrong. It was all the way wrong. I don't like the fact that you did it. Fuck you. That's a step a lot of people don't want to take. And that goes for anything that changes you fundamentally. Violent men are violent because they don't know anything else. And for them to stop and say, maybe there's a different way to do this. That's a bridge too fucking far. They can't do it. They cannot do it. But we got to end this fucking show. It's almost time for us to, we're at final thoughts. So being said, no,
we have to start talking.
Here's some final thoughts tonight. You're gonna say something. So, with that being said, Gretchen, final thoughts.
I don't have any final thoughts for tonight's